Well, hello. I've tried to straighten my hair today with no curl, but a little bit of natural afro fluff on the top, which I quite like. So rather than coming to you and playing with my hair, I am coming to you live in this group, and I will have to download the video and upload the video. I'll probably do it to YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you're thinking, this group, what is she talking about? Get yourself over to Facebook. It's at Visibility Vibe. In fact, it's not, that's my page, Jenny Kovacs, the Queen of Being Seen. But if you go over to Facebook and look for the Visibility Vibes Tribe, you will find us. If you're not sure, go over to my Facebook page at Visibility Vibe, which is Jenny Kovacs, Queen of Being Seen. Hello, I'm waving at you all the way in Australia. Thank you for watching. Then yeah, go over there and just send me a message and say, where's this group? And I'll show you it and let you play it in there. If you are watching this and saying, Jenny, you've got a YouTube channel. Do you know, one of my really good friends who I've known for years, like well over a couple of decades, said to me yesterday, yeah, you should be on YouTube. I was like, what? So if you're looking for me on YouTube, type in at Jenny Kovacs. Look for my name around here if you're not sure how to spell it. And you'll find my YouTube page, but more than just finding it, can you subscribe to it, please? There's a lot that I want to do with that page and a lot that I am doing with that page, and I'm slightly restricted by numbers, but that's a story for another time. So I wanted to talk to those of you who love sales, are in sales, do not like sales, have an offer that's coming up that you want to tell somebody about, in a way to help you fine-tune the stuff that you're putting out there in the world. And this is very aptly timed, because at the time that I'm streaming this live, in about 24 hours, in just over 24 hours, I'm going to invite all of you who are in the Visibility Vibes Tribe Facebook group to share your offers. Now, your offers can be so many things. They can be your products, they can be so, for example, already in the Vibes Tribe, we have Sophie, who does natural skincare, as an example. She sells physical products. Think of clients that I've worked with over the years, the very wonderful brand Catherine Dean and the very wonderful creative director Catherine Dean. She sells the most beautiful ethereal wedding gowns, and actually I would go as far as to say some of those wedding gowns, because they're so contemporary and ethereal and made with so much love, you could actually wear them to award ceremonies, and there's a lot you can do after a wedding as well. So go and check her out. Catherine with a C, D with an E at the end, catherinedean.com or catherinedean.co.uk. So they're examples of products. Some of you, however, will be selling services. And the thing that I absolutely love, actually, about helping people to sell services is the fact that you can't see them. You can't pick it up and show somebody a coaching package or a VIP day or a mentoring day or what consulting with the company or team or person would look like. You can't even show them, you can show them examples of, but you can't even show them how their dog will look after it's had behavioural training. You know, so with services, there's a little bit of a nuance. And I'm going to cover 6 very quick things that actually stops people from having their products and their offers and services seen. And for some of you in here, you might have a few things and be thinking, well, I don't know which one to pick. Pick all of them, just don't do it all in the same post. That's what I would say. So it could be that you've got a freebie, it could be that you've got a book, it could be that you've got a download, it could be that you're about to launch something outside of the time frame that I'm giving. It doesn't matter, tell us about it. So here are some reasons from a visibility perspective, and the visibility that I teach always leads to sales. Here are some reasons why the things that we're trying to share or the things that we're trying to sell sometimes don't sell. I'm going to start with 2 quite unusual ones. So for many of you who are watching this now or on the replay, you'll be watching this online and likely through a form of social media. So in this case, it will be Facebook and it will be YouTube. And if the video was short enough, it would actually be on LinkedIn as well. But LinkedIn like 10 minutes or less, so there'll be a link to watch this. one of the things that you do is you only show up when you want to sell your thing or promote your thing. And here's why this is a visibility mistake and an offer mistake, and likely why people won't buy. Because all of a sudden you pop out of the woodwork. They don't know that you even exist until that moment. And I know that there's the know, like and trust factor and people getting to know you, but it's a bit like walking down the street. Imagine you're walking down the street and literally out of nowhere, someone goes, "Hello, it's me. I've got a fantastic thing and it's free, so you should really want to do it." Or, "Hey, you, I've got something that's going to change the life of your family and your children." Or, "Hey, you want to buy this thing because it's going to have your business skyrocket." Or, "I've got this online training or program that you really need to take because it will help your thing." It's like a shock. It becomes very sudden and it has people kind of jump. So if you are in any kind of online group, be it Facebook or any of the other places that inhabit on the internet, I've actually got a group on LinkedIn as well, which is a safe space group, which is high impact visibility. So if you find me on LinkedIn, you'll see a link to join it. It's just got started. But if you are in any of these sorts of groups and you have the energy or the personality that says, "I'm going to go into the group, I'm going to cross my hands like this, I'm going to sit, I'm going to watch." Oh, if people post stuff, I'll be supportive and say, "This is great and I love that," because then they'll notice me and then they'll buy my stuff. Then they'll click over to my profile and look at my website and all of those good things. Honestly, that's not going to happen. Hey, Ivona. That's not going to happen. So one of the things that you can get consistent with doing is showing up in a group, and you don't have to show up like, "Hey, I'm Jenny, the visibility specialist, and I can help you to be more visible, get in front of people, put your offers out there and have them sell, but actually I'll teach you how to do it in a fun way." Like, that's too much. You just say, "Hi, here's what I'm at today. I don't know, I overslept today." I didn't. Or, "It's been really sunny here and now it's gone grey, but it's still really hot and I'm finding it hard to concentrate. My favourite thing is, apple juice." All of these things get people to know a bit more about you. So for those of you in the Visibility Vibes Tribe group, you'll notice that quite frequently a lady called Lillian Larty will post something in there. And she normally does it quite well on a Tuesday tip day. So she'll go in and say, "Here's a tip about, living life in flow, a breathing technique," or something like that. And that's great because she shows up regularly. It's not a surprise when she then says, "And by the way, I've got this thing that's coming up." She could go a step even further and share pieces of her that she's comfortable with. I'm not saying she has to suddenly go, "Here I am in the bath, woohoo," or anything that's private. But when she shares a bit more about the things that she loves, what she likes, then people start to get to know her. And even when they know her from a distance, then the know, like, trust factor means that people will say, "Oh yeah, I remember this woman," and it makes them more memorable. It makes you more memorable. So never posting in any groups that you're in is a really easy way to have your offers be invisible. Second thing, never telling people about the work that you do. Now that sounds like a contradiction from what I've just said, but when you try to shoehorn it in every conversation, people learn very quickly to switch off. What I mean is, if you are on something like Facebook, whether you've got a business page or a personal page, whoever is connected to you on either of those pages should have a bit of an idea of what you do. And if they don't, maybe you're not telling them enough. The one that people balk at the most is the private page. "But my friends and family are there, people that I work with or have worked with are there, and I don't want them to go off me because I'm sharing my stuff." If you really feel that bad about it, as you post, you explain. Many years ago, and I don't know why I don't do this more often, I actually said, to those of you who are employed or are, that work and have an employed job, you'll have a sales department, a marketing department, HR department, and maybe PR promotions. As a business owner, and as a CEO of my own company, I have all of those departments too, and that's me. So some of the things I'll share on here will be, stuff that you would expect. And every now and then I'll share something that I'm promoting because I am me, I am my business, and this is everything else here. So it's important to remember to tell them that. If you are posting a gazillion times a day, yes, they might get sick of it, but they can scroll on. And also, they're not likely to see it anyway if you're posting a gazillion times a day. Have you ever looked on a friend online and seen something they've posted and then realised, oh my gosh, they shared that about 6 days ago. I didn't see that. So it's going to be the same thing for you. So you are your marketing, you are your sales, you are your everything. Visibility is the glue that holds those things together. So I'm going to drop more nuggets. I only dropped 2 and I wanted to drop 10. So thing number 3 is your audience. And for those of you that are in the Visibility Vibes Tribe group, you're going to have from noon on Friday all the way through to noon on Monday to share your offers. And I'm saying offers because I hope you've got more than one. Maybe you want people to like, your Facebook page, or subscribe to your YouTube channel, or download your freebie, or join your list, or go on a wait list, or find out about speaking gigs, or be on someone's podcast, or have people be on your podcast, or interview them. All of these things, are offers. So you will have the availability and the opportunity to post as many times as you like in that group with links and everything. So one of the things that you will want to do is know your audience. And this is slightly different to just niching down. When you're clear on who your audience are and you include that in your offer, it means that if you are, for example, I know that Michelle in here does dog behavioural stuff. So if you are looking for people with dogs and you want to help them with their dog behavioural stuff, you need to say that so that I can say, I don't actually have a dog, but I do know people around here who do. One of them's got a puppy and is struggling because they find it hard to get them under control, or they're getting anxious at night, or the thing. So make sure that you're clear on the audience or audiences that this is ideally for. And if there's a particular audience that it's definitely not for, tell people that in your offer. You can do it succinctly, and if you can do that succinctly, then it will be clear to you and to them. Next thing is, go with the business that you've got. It was really funny. I'm actually becoming a bigger fan of Alex Hormozi. It wasn't that I wasn't before, it just wasn't on my radar. I really like some of the things that he talks about. However, in a business, your business might be very different to Alex Hormozi's business, or my business, for example. When I go in and do things with corporate teams, usually with somebody from the marketing team have got me in, HR have got me in, or even the sales team have got me in, I can't go in there with my business and try and put the entrepreneurial stuff that works better for entrepreneurs into a corporate business. Sometimes there is some synergy and definitely some crossover, but being clear on your business and having it work for you as you is really important. And if you find that difficult to define, honestly, take 3 minutes every day just to close your eyes and vision the thing that you want to do more of. If you don't want to be traveling 24 hours a day all over the world, don't tell people that you want to be an international speaker. Find different ways to speak if that's your thing. If you don't want to be a speaker, put that down, let that go, and find some other way that you want to share your message. It might be writing, it might be blogging, it might be vlogging, it might be art, it could be anything. So find the way that works for your business. So just to recap, number 1, if you're in a group or in somewhere online, let people know what you do, but let them know a bit about you. Number 2, tell people, even the personal people that you're maybe connected to as your Facebook friends and family, tell them what you do as well, because they always know other people that might need you. Thing number 3, be clear on your audience or audiences so they know whether it's for them or not. Thing number 4, your business. Have it work for your business. Not Tony Robbins, not Alex Hormozi, not Oprah, not Denise Duffield Thomas. They've all got their own business models that they've created to work for them. Make sure yours works for you. Okay, so thing number 5 is credibility. Your credibility and your study are two slightly different things. The fact that you may have done a gazillion courses, got a PhD and all of that stuff, things that you've studied and things that you've learned, but that doesn't necessarily prove credibility. What people really want to hear in terms of credibility is that you are helping people in a way that you help people and the results that you're getting for them. So when I say things like, visibility is about you being seen from a page stage screen, I hope you understand that although I have to be visible to you, when you work with me, my visibility isn't number one, isn't key. It's the thing that you're seeking, the thing that you want to do, whether it's your work or your words. Okay, so there are lots of ways to demonstrate credibility. In the interest of time, I'm not going to go through them now. What I am going to go through, I've got my notes down here, are 6 key things to include in your offers. Now I'm going to zone in a little bit and really speak to the vibers, the vibes tribes, you who might be starting a business, you who might already have a business, you who might have pivoted in your business, you who might have taken a break from your business, or you who might be rocking it out in the free world in your business and thinking, this year's my year, it's going great, I want to serve even more people, be even more better, do even more. So there's 6 key pieces that I talk to clients about when they're putting their offers together. So if you're working privately with me, I'd obviously go deeper where we need to. But the first thing is, what are you offering? Now, this is a mistake that I have fallen into a lot in the past. From my sales background, I became so outcome driven, helping you to be seen from a page, stage and screen, that I forgot to tell people, on this occasion, we're actually going to meet in person in a room in London for a small group VIP day of, 8 people. And I know that Ivona, who's watching, has been to those before. I've loved having people in a room. However, you might be offering something that's online. On Zoom, you might be offering a membership where people join you through something like Patreon. I'm not on there. Or it could be that you want people to follow your work, but on TikTok. It could be that you have decided that you're going to ramp it up on Instagram. So you want people to go over there, share your work, comment on it or something like that. Whatever you're offering, make it so clear that a 5-year-old would go, that's what they're offering. So make sure you include that. So this kind of long weekend that we've got the offers, be very clear on what you're offering. And if you're deciding to offer more than one thing, do a separate post for your offers. And what I would like you to do right here in the Visibility Vibes Tribe group is don't comment under any of my old posts, make a fresh new post, and I'll be pushing the button because I'm doing some other stuff for somebody else this weekend as well. But I'll be pushing the button and it will be displayed separately. So forgive me if it takes a while. Second important part of an offer, and the reason that I share these 6 pivotal parts of offers is this is what leads into knowing what to talk about, what to share, how to be visible. And people think visibility, hey Yasmin, people think visibility is just about, hey, look at me, I'm here, I'm out there in the world. Actually, for whatever you're offering, it could even be your book's about to be released. It doesn't matter, but whatever you're offering, it makes it easier when you've got these 6 pieces nailed. It makes it easy to know what to share, where to share it to, whether to be on TikTok, whether to be on LinkedIn, whether to be on everything, whether to do it by video, whether to do it in writing, whether to do it as a poem, whether to do it in picture form. It helps people to digest it easily and easier. So, second piece, I touched on it in the audience. Who is it being offered to? Now, I get why people will tell you to niche. That's a conversation for another time. Many people in my world are polymaths. They're great at more than one thing. So they might have kind of like a golden thread, like I do, that says visibility. But underneath that thread of visibility, I help people with presentations. I help them to sell from presentations. Hey, the thumbs up things worked. I help them to speak. I help them to do things on video. I help them to position themselves out in the world. So if I'm offering something specific, it's great for me to say who I'm offering it to. So on this occasion, what I'm offering you is from 12 noon on Friday all the way through to 12 noon on Monday. But who's it being offered to? Those of you who have either got a business, whether you work the business full-time, part-time, or as a side gig, those of you that have got a business, you've got a product, you've got an offer, or you've got a service that you want people to buy from, that's exactly who it's for. What this isn't for somebody who is, I don't know, I'm trying to think who, maybe who's employed and they want to sell the thing that their company offers. This isn't for you, you know. So who is it being offered to? Define what that is in your offers over the next few days and let us know. Let people know how it will work. So you've already told them, you know, it's an online program and, you know, it's something to help you to be A, B or C, or to stop feeling X, Y and Z, or to stop worrying about, you know, 1, 2, 3. Let them know how it will work. So I've just told you how this offer will work. So for you to post your stuff, you'll need to post it between midday on Friday all the way through to midday on Monday. If you try and post it outside of those hours, it will just be deleted. If you post it and your post is still restricted, no worries. I'll make sure as soon as I see it that I push the button so that it goes. And remember that there are people in here from all over the world, all different time zones. The US, Canada, Thailand, Hong Kong, Australia, New Zealand, the UK, France, Germany, and those are the ones I can remember off the top of my head. This is a worldwide bunch. So whatever time zone it is for you, post away and I'll make sure that it definitely gets shared. So in your offer, let them know how it's going to work. Will they be required to attend a Zoom room? Will it be run through a Facebook group? Will they just have a link that they need to click? Will they have to pay for it first before they get access? All of those kinds of things, which leads me on to the next point. So let me recap. So after the first four things I talked about, I also talked about credibility, how to show your credibility, how to demonstrate that. I talked about being clear on what you're offering, because if you're not clear on what you're offering, people are confused and they won't go for it. And underneath that includes titling your stuff, which we don't have time for. Who is it being offered to? If there's a specific type of person it's being offered to, so Yasmin here does a lot of anti-money laundering stuff. We can call it AML because as somebody who works in that field, you know what AML stands for. But if you're a school teacher saying, you know, Yasmin is helping you with your AML processes, you're likely to say, what does that mean? And if you Google it, you might get 101 different things. But that's okay, because Yasmin's people will know that. Yasmin's people will be accountants and people with accountancy practices that need their anti-money laundering processes in there. So if she was to say that in kind of like one line, in a way how I just did, people who need X, Y, Z, then people go, definitely me or not me. And they might also go, not me, but I wonder if my accountant's got that. Or I know someone who's on holiday at the moment. Shout out to someone in here who's currently in Barbados who is an accountant. Maybe she's like, you know what, I've got those processes. As I take on more people, their processes need to be seen. So be very clear on who it's been offered to, and then be very clear on how it will work. And I'm going to take a moment to do something that I learned on Facebook Lives through my phone. Isn't that cool? Sorry, I keep doing that. I feel like a magician. I wonder if I did a magic wand, whether it do a magic wand. I'd like to get into the offices of Facebook and Meta and say, can we do this and can we do that? Anyway, I digress. So let them know how it's going to work. Is it going to be online, in person, a hybrid, or something else? Now, next thing, how much is it? This is a question that stumps so many business owners. Think of putting this offer together and I think I'm going to sell it for, well, I don't know. And I'll say, well, how much? Well, when I first started in business, no, how much? The reason that this is important is not only is it how much you're selling it for, what's the investment, it allows you to think about, well, how will they pay? When you start thinking about the money and the pricing and don't get squeamish, you are able to then know how they will pay. Is it only bank transfer? Is it bank transfer, Stripe, PayPal, check? Put some cash onto a donkey and send it your way, strap it to a pigeon. That sounds very cool, but you know what I mean. It allows you to think about how they're going to pay. It also allows you to think about payment plans. If you are offering something at a certain price point, you might not want to offer a payment plan. And other things at slightly different price points, there'll need to be something like that within the conversation. So how much is it is more than just plucking a price out of the air. Next piece is, why do they need it? You'll know exactly why they need it. So, you know, take Ivona here, who I know is a great counsellor and has been working really hard to even up level her skills. There will be people who counselling is for and people who it's not. Now, I could send somebody Ivona's way, and the difference will be is like, if they don't need it, they'll go, like Ivona could be like going, oh my gosh, Jenny sent me this person, it's an absolute nightmare, not a great fit. They don't need counselling, they need something else, you know? So make sure that you articulate why they need it. And it could be 1 point, it could be 3 points. And you can do it like this on video if you know how to sell from the screen. And that's fine too, but make sure they understand why they need it. So in terms of what I'm saying to you over from noon Friday to noon Monday, why you might want to share your offer, it might be that you want a safe space to talk about your offer. It might be something new that you're trialing out. It might be something that you sell all day, every day, and you want to, you know, sell even more of it. It might be because you're going to withdraw it and not share it anymore. It might be as per, you know, the 12 days to confidence on camera. Everybody who's in since September last year to now are in for a lifetime. But the next time I run it in July, the price is going to be significantly different. I'm going to market it in a different way. I've got a VA who's working behind the scenes to get all the sequences and everything done. Yes, you'll still be in the Facebook group, but the pricing will change. So I might say, here's why you might want this, and here's why you might want it now. Because never make it up, don't lie about it, but be truthful. It could be you might want it now because I don't know if I'm going to do this again, or next time I do it's going to be this time next year. So if you don't want to wait till then, fine, but give an explanation of it. And also let them know, point number 6 on the offer piece anyway, is how it will benefit them, what will be different, especially for those of you who are offering products or services or things that people can't see. Okay? There's a lot of stuff in there, hopefully helpful. I'm not sure how long that went for, but I am about to make the man some lunch. There you go, it's like a half an hour masterclass, not quite. Half an hour masterclass on reasons why your offers might not be visible, might not be selling, people might not know about your work and might not know about what you do. That's it. Thank you, dear Vibers. Thank you especially to Yasmin and to Kim and to Ivona, who popped in live while I was sharing this. I can't wait to see the offers that you're sharing. And if you feel stuck in any way, still put your offers throughout the weekend anyway. But if you want to speak to me about how you put your offers together, you can book a private session with me. Because you're Vibers, I'll do a one-off for you. So that's it. If you need to know anything else, message me on Facebook at Visibility Vibe, which is my page, Jenny Kovacs, the Queen of Being Seen. I can't wait to see your offers. Bye for now, and hello again, Kim. Bye for now.